In the last lesson, you created the pivot table with the data sets. In this lecture, you learn to create the KPI. KPI is the key performance indicator. Basically, it gives you a visual look of what's going on. Over here in this table, I'm going to go over here to KPIs. If I click on new KPI here, it will return an error. I'm going to click on that. You do not have any measure. The reason is that you need to create a measure first, like for example, an average measurement. So I'm going to click OK here. You can either go over to the measure over here, say new measure. Over here in the table name, let's say in the table client orders, you give a name, let's say average measure. You give it a description if you want to, and over here you can enter some kind of formula, some kind of average formula, right? Equal AVG, right? Average. And the average, let's say, quantity sold. And click OK. The expression is not valid or appears to be incomplete. So it just means that you need to enter a column name here. I'm going to redo here, average quantity sold, right? And the formatting option, I can just leave it general for now. I'll click OK. After I do that, then I can go back and create the KPI. Before I do that, I'm going to go over to the manage here. Click over here. Say average measurement 1244. This actually is the average of this over here. It should going to be in here. So I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to click over here. I'm going to paste it over here. 1244. Now that's one way to do it. And now right click and create a KPI here. But this is just one way to do it. Now the easy way, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to delete this measurement over here. Delete it. Delete for model. I'm going to go back to the worksheet. I'm going to look at the MX measure, manage measure. It's gone because we deleted that already. I'm going to go back over to the manage. I'm going to click in this cell. Just go over here, then go over to the auto sum. Average. Easy. From here, you can right click and create the KPI, right? Or you can just go back to the worksheet over here and then click on the KPIs, new KPI. And then from here, you choose whatever name that you like. Right here is the average of quantity sold in case. And then the absolute value, you can give it whatever. Let's say the average is 1244. Then you can change it to, let's say, 1280. Right? Then the target will be 1280. And look over here, let's say 969 is the low end. The high is 1500. So let's say I'm going to slide this over here so that anything less than 969 will be in the red. So, and then I can go over here and choose the icon style. You can choose this style, whatever style you like. I'm going to click on this side over here. Okay. Now going back over here, you see it says 0 minus 0, 0 and the status. This is the KPI status. And what it means with these numbers is that you need to refresh it. So I'm going to go over here, uncheck the status, recheck it. Now it changes. Now, the next thing that you can do here, you can see the goal. Click on the goal, it's 1280. That's what we set. I'm going to uncheck it. And let's say you want to know what the FX value is. The fx value, I'm going to uncheck the 1280 over here, the goal. The fx value, I'm going to click on the fx. The fx value is 1244, the one that we computed over here, the fx. And then from over here, you see you got a duplicate over here. It just means that the original average that we did at the beginning, I'm going to remove it. Now we are left with the fx value. It's the same thing. And now you can go back and say, okay, what the status is. And here are the status. And now you don't need to use the KPI anymore. You want to say, okay, I'm going to delete it. So you go over to the KPIs, manage KPIs, go over here and delete it from here. Or you can just go back over here in the manage, go over here and you see this icon over here. That's the KPI icon. Right click, delete the KPI. Right click over here. If you just delete the KPI, the average stays. So let's say if I go right click over here and you have to create a KPI. To check it, you can just go back over here in the worksheet over here and you go to the KPIs, manage KPI. There's nothing there anymore. And close. So give it a try. I see you in the next lecture.